There we go. Oh, Tim Hansen is in. Yeah. On the board.
A couple of weeks ago, a few of my buddies and I took a trip down to Lake Milford in Kansas to fish for the legendary bluecats they have there out of our kayaks. You remember that weekend where the giant cold front went over like all of North America? Yeah, that was the weekend. The original plan was to time our trip so that it coincided with the Milford Mudcat kayak fishing tournament. But as the weekend got closer, the weather forecast just kept getting worse and worse, and with only a couple of days left, the tournament director decided to postpone the tournament and hold it on the alternate date. Good call there, Ryan. Good call. We had our plans all set, though. We'd scheduled time off for work. We were committed. We figured we'd just buckle down and we'd make the trip and we'd go do it. So the plan called for my buddy Tim and I to go down on Thursday, set up camp, and then pre-fish on Friday until Spencer and Seth showed up. So Thursday morning, we gathered up some bait, we loaded up, and we headed to Kansas. The only sunshine we're going to see all weekend.
Day one in beautiful Wakefield, Kansas. We rolled in last night, got here a little bit ahead of the rain, managed to get set up before it started raining too hard. Made it through the night, had a few adjustments to be made this morning here in the rain. Today is supposed to be the good day, weather-wise, and it just goes downhill from here. It is supposed to clear up a little bit today, so hopefully this will break soon. We'll get some decent weather on the water. In the meantime, Tim and I are going to get some coffee rolling and make a game plan. And some scrambled eggs.
Oh, wait. And some bacon.
Then he forgot the eggs.
After eating some breakfast and sorting through some loose ends from the rain, we got right to the task of getting our kayaks ready to get out on the water. At first I took it as a good sign that I was just getting on fish, period. Usually, even if you find just small fish, you can make some adjustments and get on the big fish. The problem was, whatever adjustments we tried, it was still just little fish. Then we made a move to another location, and the wind kicked up, the weather got worse, the bite died completely. Then it was time to get back up to camp because Spencer and Seth should be showing up anytime.
We're off the water, wet, so we're going to try and get something hot going here in one way or another. Hot and dry. Those are the two goals right now.
Eventually, Spencer and Seth did show up.
We took the scenic route.
They set up their tent, took advantage of the last hour of light by jumping out in their kayaks. It wasn't long though before they were back in and we were all night fishing off a rock jetty. We still had the whole day on Saturday to get back out in our kayaks, so we were just enjoying the adventure, hanging out, fishing together on the bank. More fish showed up, but still not the size we were looking for. Seth caught his first bluecat ever that evening, and that was a big win for him. Then Tim hooked up with his first bluecat ever, and it was the first quality fish of the trip.
Oh, Tim Hansen is in! I'm getting the whole thing here, Tim.
Oh, yeah. Small. What line is that?
Oh, buddy. Yeah.
Yes.
On the board. Doing it right.
At this point, we were cold and wet, and we knew we had a big day the next day, so we called it a night, bundled up in our tents, and waited for morning.
Day 2 in beautiful, balmy Wakefield, Kansas.
The game plan on Saturday was pretty straightforward. Since we'd caught some decent fish off the jetty the night before, we figured we'd start there. Spencer was going to go out in his kayak, get out a little farther, closer to the channel where we couldn't reach, and he was going to fish there, and we were going to fish off the jetty. Then he started catching fish. We'd follow suit, get our kayaks, and go out around where he was, and if we started catching fish, he'd paddle in, and we'd just all fish there. Spencer anchored out, repositioned a bit, and then made an unexpected move and started paddling towards the bridge of the causeway.
No idea how windy it is at this moment. I'm just watching this.
Right about that time, things took a turn.
Before the wind picked up, Spencer was where we could see him, not far off, and then he decided to paddle over under the causeway, and just about the time he got over there, the wind really picked up. Now we can't see him. So I'm trying to just get a visual confirmation that everything is still cool. He's got to come back through this regardless. Not coming back against the wind. So we'd like to put eyes on him. Do not see him. I don't like it. Well, we have visual confirmation. We can see him standing up at the end of that point over there. So we know he's not in the water. So he'll have to just wait for a good opportunity and paddle back in. He'll be fine.
Yeah, this is great.
Yeah, so after that, we did what pretty much any normal red-blooded American group of anglers would do. We hit the local bar to regroup and adapt our game plan. We were working at it too. We found a variety of good-looking spots that we made attempts to get to, and every time we tried to get to one, it would be in a place where we just couldn't go.
The contemplation. How level B is the level B? Is that a level C?
Alright. Alright, that's good.
In the end, we just ended up back on our rock jetty, night fishing as daylight ended, again on Saturday night.
stormed all night. It's crazy windy right now. Pretty much over this weather. Pretty much.
That's the truth, too. Sunday morning's pack out was not pretty. Everything was soaked. There was no organization. Throw it all in. Let's get out of here. And that's what we did. This trip obviously didn't pan out like we'd hoped. It wasn't for lack of trying, though, but it was still a great experience, and this lake has not seen the last of us yet. You know, if you only plan and commit to going out when everything is perfect, you're going to miss out on a lot of good stuff. It's great when a plan comes together, but there's also something to be said for having a plan completely fall apart and being able to adapt, to deal with it, to make the best of it, and to learn from it. Thanks for watching, and hope you enjoyed coming along on our little adventure.
Some more of that bacon and that skillet.
Breakfast of champions right here.
We get ketchup. You got Bloody Mary mix. It's close.